Alright, so let's do the quick video on bearings that I promised you all. The bearing of an object is its position when compared to another. Alright? And to get the bearing of an object is the angle measured in a clockwise direction from the node to the object. So let's do a little bit of an example. Notice the object A here and the object B here. And the bearing of B from A is X degrees. Notice it starts at the north direction and sweeps out in a clockwise direction. So the bearing of B from A is X degrees. Let's look at an example. Calculate the distance traveled south and east by a ship sailing on a bearing of 150 degrees for 90 kilometers. The best thing to do with a question like this is to draw a diagram first. So we draw a huge compass point, west, north, east, and this one here would be the south. Let me just put that in. All right. And what we're doing here is we're drawing out the bearing of A. So the bearing of A from a point is 150 degrees. So this is it here. And what we're going to do now is we're going to recognize that this means it's 30 degrees with the south direction. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to consider triangle OAB, and OAB is basically the origin here. And if I'm looking at OAB, I'm going to see that this here is a very small right angle triangle. And I can find the distances of OB and OB and AB, or BA actually, OB and BA, because these here are the sides of a right angle triangle, the vertical and the horizontal, right? It's tilted on its side. So if I use the cos ratio, I have cos AOB equal to OB over OA, OB over OA. So that's adjacent over hypotenuse. And we get that OB will be equal to OA into cos AOB, which is 90, cos 30, which is 77.9 kilometers. Using the same logic, we use the sine ratio on the same triangle, and we notice that that is opposite, which is this AB direction here over the OA here. So we have AB is equal to OA sine AOB, the angle 30 degrees, which is 90 sine 30, and that's 45 kilometers. And that's basically all you really need to know for bearings. You just have to remember to use your trigonometry ratios and sometimes your sine rule or your cosine rule, depending on what kind of triangle you get. But the main key point is that a bearing is just simply an angle measured from the North Pole in a clockwise direction.